You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about the cackling hens on The View on ABC, which is actually owned by the Walt Disney Company, who also owns ESPN. Now, the women at The View were actually talking about the Super Bowl. Newsflash, they know nothing, absolutely nothing about sports. Now, months ago, these women on The View were actually talking about Colin Kaepernick. They believe he should actually be in the NFL. Obviously, guys, they have not watched the NFL because last seen Colin Kaepernick was not good, and that was something like, 7 years ago. But they're calling the NFL racist, because Colin Kaepernick was not playing. Now, the NFL actually stands for not for long. When your skills erode, the NFL will get rid of you. That is just the way it is in the NFL. The average career is only like 3-4 years on average. Now, that brings us to the Super Bowl that actually happened on Sunday. You guys know that the media was actually going, hey, the first matchup between two black quarterbacks in NFL history in the Super Bowl. Now, I said it before, guys. I'm going to say it again. When the Eagles and the Chiefs made the Super Bowl, the last thing that actually came to my mind was the race of the quarterbacks. This was a non-story to me. But the media has to go out there and tell you, they have the virtue signal, hey, this is the first Super Bowl with two black quarterbacks. It kind of reminds me of when Black Panther came out. What was that, 2018? The media was just telling you, hey, this is the first black comic book movie ever made. And we know that was a lie because Spawn came out, and also Blade with the great Wesley Snipes came out in 1998. I went and saw that movie. I didn't go see the movie because Wesley Snipes was a black superhero in the movie. I went to the movie because he's Wesley Snipes and he's great in everything. Okay. But I digress. Back to this. They're actually talking about this Super Bowl. And of course, they made no sense. I guess the women on The View just now recognized that black quarterbacks are actually good in the NFL. I mean, let's read some of this. Then we're going to actually play the clip here. It says here, and this from Bobby Burak here. The cackling ladies of The View covered the Super Bowl on Monday. Joy Behar and her friends put on their sports caps. According to Sonny Holston, Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts conquered racism on the largest stage. She said they proved to the NFL that, quote, black quarterbacks can lead teams and are smart enough to lead teams. I'm going to get back to that, okay? Whoopi Goldberg responded that she, unlike sports fans, long knew black quarterbacks could lead. Holston ended the segment by saying the NFL must find a way to elevate black people to the role of ownership to avoid further racism against quarterbacks. Oh, my goodness. Let's look at this, guys. This is crazy. And you can see Bobby Burak actually tweets out. It says, in 2021, the 4 highest paid quarterbacks in NFL history were all black. 1 out of 30 women, I guess. Oh, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the whole Deshaun Watson thing right there. 130 women accused of sexual misconduct. Cackling moron ladies. But let's go ahead and watch this clip, guys.
The only thing that would have made it better for me is, finally we know that black quarterbacks can lead teams. And are smart enough to lead teams. I would like to see.
I always knew that. That
right?
was never a question. We knew that. But, it takes people a minute to catch up.
How about some black owners?
Right,
some black owners.
Okay. Now, they say that finally black quarterbacks can lead teams. They saying that the world now knows that. Now, newsflash, guys. Didn't 3 seasons ago Patrick Mahomes win the Super Bowl? He won the Super Bowl. This is his second Super Bowl championship. He's been in 3. I mean, for one thing, guys, winning the Super Bowl is extremely, extremely hard. It just is. There's white quarterbacks that have not won the Super Bowl. There's white quarterbacks that have never been to the Super Bowl. I mean, where have these women been? Where have they been? This is ridiculous, man, that these people on The View, of course, you know, they love the race bait. This is insane. Did they not know that Warren Moon, black quarterback for the Houston Oilers, is in the Hall of Fame? Did they not know that? We've known for decades that black quarterbacks could lead teams. Warren Moon is in the Hall of Fame. And probably before Patrick Mahomes, he's probably the best black QB of all time. Now, also, by the way, Doug Williams, talked about him before. Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, 27, 22, something like that. Washington Redskins. Did he not win the Super Bowl and was the Super Bowl MVP for the Redskins? He wasn't a great quarterback. That was way back in the 80s. 1980s. Warren Moon played in the 1980s. And forget about the Super Bowl. I'm talking about let's just go with capable quarterbacks. Since The View is now just recognizing that that black quarterbacks can lead teams. You guys remember Cordell Stewart? Back in the day, Steelers, they called him Slash because he can actually run and pass. He played in the NFL. Actually, he made it all the way to the Super Bowl with the Steelers, even though Neil O'Donnell actually was the QB on that team, by the way. What about Randall Cunningham? Randall Cunningham was a great quarterback. He was the QB on that 1998 Vikings team with Randy Moss and Chris Carter. Where had they been? Michael Vick. Michael Vick drafted in 2001. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Michael Vick the number 1 pick? I could be wrong. That was a while back. Michael Vick made Pro Bowls. Michael Vick also became the first quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, to win at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Remember, he had that spectacular run to win a playoff game against the Packers when Brett Favre was there. These people on The View just do not watch sports. They don't watch sports. They just don't. This Super Bowl was not the first time a black QB was actually in the Super Bowl. Cam Newton. He was in the Super Bowl. Now, he didn't win, but he won the MVP that season, even though I don't think he should have won. But he won the MVP. Lamar Jackson just won the MVP a few years ago. Black quarterbacks. These women don't know anything. They don't know anything. I mean, if you actually watch the NFL, we already knew that black quarterbacks were capable. But they like to virtue signal. They know nothing about sports. Like I said, guys, they're still out there shilling for Colin Kaepernick, who can't play. The man can't play, but they're saying that the NFL blackballed him and that he should be playing right now. No, Colin Kaepernick cannot play. This is the kind of people that we're dealing with right now. This is the kind of people. They're way behind the 8 ball on this, especially on Sonny Holston. Way, way, way behind the 8 ball. My goodness. But let me stop right there, guys, because I'm got kind of on a tangent there on the rant right there. These people are morons. Morons. Then she brings up the fact about now we need black owners. Newsflash. Ownership on NFL teams don't come up very, very often. I mean, Robert Kraft is what, 80? Jerry Jones is 80? I'm pretty sure that Jerry Jones is not going to sell the Cowboys anytime soon. He's just not. I'm willing to bet, whenever Jerry Jones steps aside or he passes away, Stephen Jones is going to be the owner. For the most part, these teams, they're family owned. And if the primary owner dies, it's going to pass to one of the kids or whatever. Same thing with the Lakers. Dr. Buss, when he passed away, guess what? Went to his kids. These franchises just don't go up for sale all the time. But when it does, it has to be a black owner. Not to the highest bidder. I'm a capitalist, guys. I'm a capitalist. If I own an NFL team and I want to sell it, guess what? If the white guy wants to give me $10 billion and a black guy wants to give me 9, guess what? I'm taking the 10. I'm taking the 10 all day, every day. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.